upon you to rise up to the occasion, realize your full potential, focus on it, and decide who role you shall play in the development of our great republic. I want to say, as I start, that we are here to talk about scaling the leadership ladder. I want to tell you, my good people, that it is possible that you seated here one day shall be the President of the Republic of Kenya. I want to tell you that it is possible. With proper focus, believing in yourself, and that anything is possible with good focus and determination. President of the Supreme Court. Among you seated here are future cabinet secretaries. Among you seated here are future governors of our 47 counties. Among you here, a few of you may just fall by the wayside and just be spectators if you choose to. Spectators in the Kenyan landscape. I want you to be serious players in the Kenyan space. I want you to take over the leadership of this country. I want you to take over the leadership. I want you to be leaders of his. I want you to be envoys. I want you people to agree that if you are committed, focused, take care of yourself, the sky is not just the limit, but it is possible for you to be up there and look at what is happening in horizon and be a great leader. Let me say that leadership is, and it is doable. And I want to, in a very humble manner, tell you my story, just to encourage you that it is possible. You have seen it here. I saw you clapping as you saw me. It is true. My toes were jigger infested. I used to walk this way. But I've stayed in Nairobi for some time. I've perfected my way of life and straight, and now I walk straight. This man here, who is Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Principal Assistant to President William Ruto, one of the greatest leaders in Africa, was born 59 years ago in a small village called Herega, was the remnant of the colonial structures where my father and mother, now deceased, were confined by the colonialists. My parents were peasants. They had not gone to school. They owned nothing. They had only the gift of giving birth to many children because we were 9. My father was a gunsmith in the Mount Kenya forest where he would service weapons for the Mau Mau fighters, while my mother would bring food and ammunition stolen from Kegaja Police College to keep the war going. We were 9, no means of income. Many times we were chased out of school. Many times we went hungry. Our heads were. And I don't know whether you know how many types of lies that we have. I don't think whether you know how many types of lies do we have. We have two types. One is which color? Yeah? One is black and a white one. The black one is found in the head, the white one in the body. I don't think you know. That is the kind of life we led. Our jiggers were invested. Jiggers. But we had a determination that one day we shall be somebody. Went to an ordinary school and walked every day for 9 kilometers, to and fro 18 kilometers every day to get education. And somehow we went through school, and in 1977 I was able to do my certificate of primary. It was called CPE then, and I was able to get admission to Kenyaga High School, where I did from 1 to from 6, and passed well, and Nairobi, where I did Bachelor of Arts in Literature and Political Science. I got a job in the public service as a young district officer and served in many parts of this great country. Thereafter, I became the personal assistant to and later on, I became the personal assistant to President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was presidential candidate and later leader of official opposition. From there, when President Uhuru Kenyatta did not make it in the year 2002, I left for the private sector and did business for 15 years. And I was able to build from nothing a huge empire of business where I employed over 1,000 people. Later on, I was to join Parliament as Member of Parliament 5 years. And after only 5 years in Parliament, I became the Deputy President of this great republic. The secret is simple. One, you must believe in God, and you must have faith. You must have faith and your desires. Number two, you must put family first. The Bible tells that they can bless you. You must respect your father and mother. And in an African setup, your mother and father is anybody else who is the age of your mother and father, including your teachers. You must respect your elders. And that starts from another life. And that sets you into leadership. From there, you be like me, a truthful man. You must be honest. You must say it as it is and take the consequences, whatever they are. There is beauty in being truthful. Today, the people of Kenya know that Gachagua'S is a truthful man. I say it as it is. During Kasarani, I stood before the whole world. I told the people of Kenya that we have inherited a broke country with nothing. I told the people of Kenya, even the stores, the rats had run away because there is nothing to eat. Many people said I'm a mischievous character. I am mannerless. I'm talking the truth in front of visitors. I said, with or without visitors, the truth remains truth. Today, I've been vindicated. What I said then has come to pass. And that is the hallmark of leadership. My good people, brothers and sisters, because leadership must start with waking up early is a blessing. A good day starts early. And you know, and you for sure you know. Any day you have woken up late, by evening your day has been messed up. But if you start early, you plan your day, make all the difficult decisions in the first 3 hours in the morning when your mind is fresh. Things because your mind is not functioning as good. That is leadership. What difficult decisions you want to make? If you wake up at 6, make sure by 9 a.m. you have agreed within yourself what is it that you must do. In the afternoon, do routine things, call your friends, because you don't normal things. Once you have self-discipline, you start on a good footing. I want to say self-discipline encompasses taking care of yourself. For you to become a leader, you must be alive. For you to own a company, you must be alive. And you must be healthy, both mentally. If you don't take care of yourself, you take hard drugs, you take illicit alcohol, chances are 50% you die before your time. Then is that you become a zombie, a vegetable. Just walking around, brooding. I was walking in the streets of Mombasa this morning at 6 a.m. He was high on drugs. He could not even see where he's going at 6 a.m. in the morning. My good people, please, keep off drugs. Drugs will give you temporary relief from problems. By the time the drugs are through, the problems are even more. Let nobody cheat you that if you take drugs and you stay high, that the problems and the difficulties that you face have been solved. I want to speak to you at Pwani University and say that we face a big challenge in this country of drug abuse, drug and substance abuse among our people, including. I want to plead with you. Please don't destroy yourself. Don't destroy your future. Because when you destroy yourself, your parents are devastated. The parents who are brought here today have brought strong belief that one day you shall come to sort them out. Take care of your younger siblings and take care of your parents in old age. You kill not just your dreams, but the dreams of your parents. I want to say, and I emphasize, and I plead with you, that you cannot be a man or woman of substance when you are on drugs. Drugs will destroy your mental capacity. They will make you dependent, and drugs are expensive. And you cannot sustain. And once you become addicted, you are ruined, you are destroyed. I want to persuade you that self-discipline, keeping away from drugs, keeping away from alcohol, is the beginning of your success in what you want to do in future. Let me say also, leader, in any sphere, you must be brave and courageous. Courage is an important ingredient of preparation to leadership. Cowards will never be anybody. Don't be cowardly. Take risks. But if you want to play safe all the time, you hear this and this needs to be done, but there is a little danger. You shy away. You will be left behind. I want to say that you must be courageous. Once you have decided what is it that you want to do in your life, you must be courageous. And once you know you are on the right path, let nobody stop you. If anybody tries to stop you, please, Peter Naye. I am a great admirer of President William Samoei Ruto. Despite being his deputy and his principal assistant, I'm his great admirer. That guy is on another level. When he decided he wanted to be president, and he convinced himself that it is doable, it is possible, and that Kenyans needed to benefit from his leadership, many obstacles were put before him. Something called the deep state and the system. Everybody was against him, but he said, no retreat, no surrender, I am a man on a mission. He traversed the width and the breadth of this country with sheer determination, despite being denied facilities, transport, aircraft, fuel, policemen stopping his meetings, bringing down tents for his meetings, disabling public address systems. The man was determined, and he said, I'll push on, and nothing put on my path to leadership will distract me or deter me. And because of being and courageous and self-discipline, William Samoei Ruto, the son of a person, today is the President of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces. I must tell you, for you to be a good leader, you must practice tenets of transparency and accountability. You must be transparent, you must be accountable. You must have integrity. There is no way your colleague in your faculty will support you to be a leader of anything if when you are in school, your work was to steal his pen. People must know that you are accountable for your actions, that you are able to stand by what you mean, that what you say is what you mean, and what you mean is what you say. You must, as students of Pwani University, be accountable for your stay here for 4 years. You must account for that time. We have seen many students where people have done harambes to set them out of the country, to go and get university degrees, and they are escorted with buses to the airport when villagers have sold their chicken and sheep to raise money to take the road. And when they go abroad, they don't go to campus. They just hang around and do so many jobs. And then they keep on saying, now I'm in first year, when he is working in a factory, he says, now I'm in second year. From he says, I'm in third year. And then he gets a job at the airport, he says, I'm fourth year. The man has never been inside a campus. He is not accountable for what he is supposed to be. For you to succeed, you must be prepared to learn from success and failures. And what you do in the areas that you succeed, you build on them. All the great happenings, you sustain and build on them. Then on the facts, you learn from your failures and make sure that you don't repeat the mistakes of yesterday. You can't do the same thing all the time. So if you have done something this year, next year you have failed, you cannot do it the third year. You must audit your performance, build on the failures, and make sure that you don't repeat them. Again, for you to be a great leader, I want to persuade you today, my great people, that a bad decision is better than no decision at all. There are people who are so indecisive in life. You ask them, what are you doing today? Well, I'm not sure. I think I want to go to Mombasa. No. let me go to Kilifi. No, I'm thinking, I sleep today. No, I think, let me do my homework. Girlfriend, you are lost. You can't make a decision. It's better to make a bad decision and live with it than to be indecisive. And if you think of a matter for 2 hours and you cannot make a decision, you are in trouble. You must audit yourself. You must be able to decide what you want in life and do it. And it's better even to make a bad decision and correct it later than to be indecisive. I want to persuade you, great people, that humility is a virtue second to none. In leadership, you must be a humble person. Don't trample on others when you succeed, and show them how small they are and how big you are. Don't talk down to people. Be humble. Practice humility. It costs you nothing. Greet people by you think you are so big, you are so successful. You find it is time wasted to greet. It costs you nothing to have a warm handshake with somebody that you have known or somebody that you have come across. And in the African setup, and it's a good thing because it's part of our culture. So as you become somebody, you become the CEO of the Kenya Ports Authority, you become the Vice Chancellor of Pwani University, you become the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, you become the Governor of Kilifi County. That is good, but remain humble. Be humble the way you are. Some people get some little money. Little. 2,000 shillings. They start working with an academic angle. Everybody knows they have money. As you succeed. Myself, I'm a living testimony. This morning, I was walking on Mamagena Drive, and I found a woman selling mandazi, and she has been seeing me pass by. And today she had the courage and said, Bwana Gachagua, please, can I greet your hand? I said, why not? I gave her my hand. She refused to let it go. She said, I have challenges. My 2 children are at home. What I sell here in mandazi, the profit is only enough for my food. I said, okay, ma'am, I'm coming from exercise. I don't have anything with me. Come to my residence at 9, then we have a discussion. That lady called Stella was able to come and see me. We had a great discussion. Of these troubles, everyone she has talked to has dismissed her. I listened to her, and we discussed what she needs to put her children back to school. And I told her, although I can pay the school fees, I would rather do it differently. I would rather help you to expand your business, make the profits, pay the school fees yourself because it's sustainable, and then you can move on with life. And I was able. And we discussed what she needed to set up her business. I gave it to her. I'll check on her when I come back to Mombasa and find out how she's doing. But she later called one of my assistants and said, after the photograph circulated in social media, the headmaster who had chased her children away told her to bring them back to school because she knows somehow she'll be able to pay. That is because I want to remain humble. Being a deputy president doesn't mean that I cannot stop by the road and talk to an old woman. This position I've been given by God and the people of Kenya. So what? Why do people so huge, so arrogant for no reason? You are not the first one, nor the last one in that position. Vice Chancellor, you are not the first Vice Chancellor, you are not the last. But I believe you have a man, you people, I want to encourage you to stay focused in what you want to do. And whatever you say, if you mean it. You guys, don't cheat these girls that you shall marry them if you have no intention. Yeah. If you have no intention of marrying them, don't say you marry them. Just say, let's be friends. Amen. If anything comes out of that friendship, well and good. But don't bed and kneel and say, oh, my dear, without you I cannot sleep. Oh, you are honey among rocks. You are the lemon of the cluster. Let me tell you, my good people, be a truthful person. I met my wife way back when I was in campus. And I told her that I would marry her. And even if I wanted to change my mind, I was already cornered. I had to marry her because I had said I would marry her. Please. It's important that you do so. Why will you be great men and women? I've given you the example of President William Ruto, a hustler, a guy who was rearing chicken. Today, he's president of the... Our CS for gender and affirmative action comes from this county. She left school at the age of 11 because her parents did not have school fees. And a young girl, a baby, barely, having... So you see a girl of 13 carrying another baby, 2 babies. But she had the courage to walk out of that, go and educate herself privately into a secondary. And with the determination, she was elected a councillor. Later on, she fought, and in 2013, she was elected as a women rep for this great county of Kilifi. In 2017, she was elected. In 2022, she fought a hard fight and came a credible second to Governor Mungaro. But because of our commitment, because of being forthright, because of being consistent, and William Ruto appointed her as Minister for Gender and Affirmative Action. Today, Aisha Jumwa sits in the cabinet and flies the Kenyan flag. She educated herself and got a degree. She has successfully led the Kenyan delegation to the United Nations Women Assembly and represented Kenya. That's a girl from here in Kilifi who was married off at the age of 13. But she didn't give up. She did not agree to give in to poverty and the fact that she was married off as a young girl and served as a maid to the neighbors. And because of that sheer determination to succeed, today has risen to be a cabinet secretary. I want you to clap for Aisha Jomo. In this, I want to give a few examples in this county in terms of scaling the lander. leadership. Amason Jaffa King, a poor boy from Magarini, going to school barefoot, with nothing, with no reference. His father is not known, his mother is not known, his brothers are not known. He worked hard, passed with flying colors, and was admitted to Alliance High School. A Bachelor of Law degree. At the age of 44, he was appointed a cabinet secretary in the Grand Coalition government of President Mwai Kibaki. Later on, he was elected as governor of Kilifi for 2 terms. Today, as we speak, that poor boy from Magarini, who had nothing but sheer determination to someday, is the Speaker of the Senate. I want to say, your own member of parliament here, the Honorable Owen Baya, I'll be introducing him to you later, was just another character here in Kilifi. His father is not known. His mother is not known. We don't even want to mention the school. But he worked hard, went to school, got focus, and became a lecturer in this university. From there, he was appointed as County Secretary of Kilifi. And from there, he was elected as Member of Parliament for Kilifi North, where he is serving the 2nd term. And he is the Deputy Leader of the majority in the National. Mekatilili Wamwenza, a rural woman from the coast with nothing, no education, zero, no experience anywhere, led the resistance against. She single-handedly started the revolution here in the coast to fight the white man. Taken to prison, and she never gave up. She was not a coward. She was a. I want to say, great people, as I wind up, I want to encourage you. I want to make a conscious decision that one day, someday, you shall be somebody in this great republic. Please make that decision. You can't. You can't be somebody someday if you disrespect your parents and those who are of the same age of your parents. You cannot be somebody someday if you cannot make a decision. And you cannot be anybody if you are deceitful and you are not truthful and honest. I have come here to Dr. Purity Ngina, a poor girl from a village in Nyeri, who became the first PhD holder in mathematics. Mpigie makofi. 28 years, a PhD holder. Please sit down. I want to encourage you people also to be creative. And I really love young people because of their creativity. What's my nickname? Because a young girl decided that Kenyans were having difficulty in pronouncing my name. Rigathi Gachagua is a difficult name. And she decided, because Kenyans were liking me, especially the young people, she wants to make it easier for them to refer to me. And that young girl called Ivy, she came up with the word Rigiji. This young. You want to see her? Come here, they see you. And still single. So this young girl. So this young girl here, called Ivy Chelimo, is the inventor of Rigiji, which I have patented, and it's a trademark. If you use it, you must pay me millions. And because she's a lawyer by profession, she now works in my office as a strategist in matters communication. Please sit down. I've come here. I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions, isn't it? Do you want to ask me questions? But before you do, I've come here with some young leaders, just to show you. Yeah? I want to invite one great young man, the one and only Peter Salasia.